I know too many Muslims. The reason why you got Muslim guards ain't because of the teachings. It ain't because of that. It's because they love our teachings, but they love their discipline. They don't have to worry about dealing with the thuggery, the arguments, the guards out there that sell drugs, the guards that are addicted to drugs, the guards that, I know straight up that there was guards back in the days in Medina that, if that sister dressed a certain way, your sister dressed a certain way, you got to deal with equality. She's mine too, because she acting like that, she dressing like that, and pressing guards for their women. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff did happen. And brothers come in this nation, they're like, well, damn, I love the teachings. Y'all powerful about that God, being God. But the behavior I don't like. I like what the mosque got. And the mosque still saying they God. So I'm going to run over there and mess with them. And then when they get over there, they get confused in that concept of deity we was talking about, where they're saying they're God, but they have a deity.
Right.
It'll change, you die. Changes with the young. I analyze my kids. I see what they into. And I switch up based off of what I see them into. What they come and tell me. Because I gotta save them. So I can't talk to them in the 1990s tongue. I can't talk to them in the 1980s tongue. I can't talk to them in the 1970s, 1960s tongue. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. We got too many brothers trying to produce themselves and the people they teach. Too many brothers from the 70s is trying to make guards in the 80s just like niggas in the 70s. Too many brothers in the 90s trying to make guards who got this in the 2000s like the guards in the 90s. And you can't do that. As time change, you change. You got to look at the young and adapt your teaching to the young. That's what Allah did. That's all he did. He adapted it to the kids he was around. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was burning, he was smoking, he was drinking with them. But he was doing it to adapt to them. Nowadays, you got to adapt a different way. Why we not grabbing the kids up saying, yo, you want to learn the martial arts? Come on. You know what I mean? Let's teach while we teaching it to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just important that we have to have a new outlook now, man, because if not, we're going to
perish.
Yeah, we're going to perish, God. We're going to perish. It's like what you were saying when you were bigging up, when you were speaking highly about the, the video quality that, the NOI has. Right. That's them changing with times. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? I have certain critiques about Farrakhan, and it's not critiques out of hate. Like, they misunderstand that. I have critiques because it's just what I naturally and sincerely don't agree with. You know what I mean? It don't mean that I hate on that man or I hate on the brother who follows that man, because I'm not critiquing that brother personally. I may critique some things you believe in and so forth. But one of the things that I know that man is powerful about doing is adapting with the times. You know what I mean? He adapts with the times, and that's how he's able to, get followers and be relevant and stay relevant. We just stay up on this thuggery shit. Niggas ain't hearing us. That's why in the 2000s, when you had Jay-Z blowing up, the Locks blowing up, all these rappers that were coming out of New York talking about the money, the jewels, the cars, nobody wanted to hear that 5% shit no more, because the guards didn't know how to adapt their culture to those lyrics. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to adapt their culture to that hip-hop culture. You know what I'm saying? We were trying to say the same thing in the same way, and the youth had went off to another course. So now you come to the youth, you like, yeah, the black man's God, boom, boom, boom. He look at you like, if you had told me Jay-Z's God, I would have probably believed you, because Jay-Z got like 400 million. You broke and whatnot. You sitting here running around begging dudes for a foundation and shit. You know what I mean? You sitting here, you sniffing up and shit, and you asking for me to help you get high and shit. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z, who everybody's knocking because he wore the flag, the youth could look at him, see that flag, and be like, oh shit, that flag may have something to do with him getting that dough, getting that money. And even if you want to knock him not being in the nation, to the youth, he looks more like God than the nigga on the street just trying to sound intelligent, because Jay-Z could take care of his family, he could give options to his family, and that's what money is. You give options to your family. You sacrifice yourself to make the money, just like how brothers went and sacrificed their damn freedom to go out there and hustle and sell drugs for a pair of kicks. And having knowledge of self, guess what? You can do the same sacrifice, go work for a white boy. And some of these dudes will be like, I don't want to work for no white man. Go get you a motherfucking job, work your way up, save your dough, open up your own motherfucking business. But you got to start somewhere. And if you do that, then you have money to give your children options. You can send your child to this school over here where they teaching science and math. And you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Or if there's a private school that teaches children what you want them to know, you can afford that. You know what I mean? If your child comes up and say, hey, look, yo, Pops, You know what I'm saying? I need some clothes, you know what I'm saying? I like this coat over here, it's nice and shit. Yeah, you could give them the long talk and say, well, guess what? I don't want you being materialistic. I don't want you getting caught up in there. Or you could say, yo, work for it. You work for it, you earn it, it's yours. You can have whatever the fuck you want, but you gotta work for it. He worked for it, do something around the house, you give him the shit he wants. He got a sense of understanding how to accomplish goals. He got a sense of understanding how important work ethic is, because if he works towards something, then he gets the value out of his labor. You know what I mean? But you can't do that if you ain't got no goddamn dough. When you ain't got no dough, you scrounging. You doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? You either hustling or you robbing Peter to pay Paul. You so focused on trying to fill your pockets up, you leave out the focus on teaching your kids. Now you don't have the time to teach your kids. You know what I mean? You work your ass and bust your ass 5 days a week. Get some bread in your hand, in your pocket. You can go take your kids on a nice trip to the park. It doesn't really take that much dough, but I'm just saying, you got the options to go out there and sit out for a day, buy them ice cream, buy them whatever the fuck they want, and then you can teach them, and guess what? They're gonna listen. Because they see you applying the culture. Too many of our people, the only thing they applying is fucking memorization. It's important that you know the lessons. It's important that we spit it because of tradition, but don't sit here yelling at Muslims all day and you putting more importance over memorizing their words than you are than living out supreme mathematics. You know what I mean? You're not building, destroying anything. You don't have power anyway, but you strong, you steady. Yo, we need to know these lessons. We need to know these lessons. And I'm saying this, I can say it because I know my lessons. So anytime cats want to go through it, yeah, let's go through it. But don't put more importance in that than being God. You know what I'm saying? Memorizing God, words of God, as opposed to actually being God. You know what I mean? Because you know, you could post some shit, that's not gonna be memorable to the person you're trying to influence. But when you do some shit that they see, they're like, oh, that brother Prince, that brother Mecca, he had an impact. Oh, I seen this brother come from nothing to something. You know what I mean? I seen this brother come out of jail, you know, he gets locked up, comes out of jail, busts his ass for mad long works, got his kids with him, gets money, living comfortable, but he was on the bottom just like 10 years ago, but he worked his way up.
If Mecca did this,